Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Friday, and in the video, we have 4 picks for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of the picks. And we've been going absolutely crazy in the Dynamo private Discord. You can see one private Discord member, Rod, has hit a ton of slips in the past 2 days using a lot of our cappers picks. You can see he hit a back-to-back 6-man slip on Prize Picks using some of our NHL, NBA picks. Yesterday I didn't make an NBA video, still posting picks in the Discord. We're going to be posting all weekend as well. I'll be posting more picks in here, plus a bunch of other cappers. You can see Volo in his channel posted just 3 NFL picks, his favorite ones. All 3 hit. He also posted his top 2 NBA picks on a single game slate and hit both of those. Another capper in Dynamo posted 3 NBA picks the day before. All 3 hit as well, and they actually smashed over. In my channel, I've been crushing the NHL. 7 of my last NHL picks have hit. Catching out some of the people in there like Garad with these picks for the weekend with the 3-day pass or less than $1 per day on the monthly pass. I'll look into some of the cappers channels, seeing they're posting their favorite picks and they're hitting. In all sports here, we got the NFL, NBA, college football this weekend, and I've been crushing the NHL, so let's get into the picks for this one. The first one I'm going to is Jalen Duren over on the PRA against Toronto. Should be in a good spot. This is a line that he was smashing last season. So far, hasn't done as well with the line, but the minutes have been back up. He's dealt with some injuries this year, but I think with the increased minutes here, he's also been distributing the ball recently as well, so I like that with the PRA here, and I think he can have a nice one in a pretty juicy matchup against Toronto. I think this could be a game where he has a big one. Looking at Duren on the season, not a good hit rate on this line, just 4 of 11, but if he hit this in 2 more, he missed it by 1 each in his last game. It would be 6 of 11, and then it would look like a good hit rate. But you can also see here the minutes back up, 2 games with 10 minutes or less. This one with just 18. So if you take those 3 out as well, this hit rate's going to look a lot better. Good to see the minutes back up in the last 2, also 30 and then 34. And then we saw last year, he absolutely was smashing this line. 69% of games he was hitting over on this PRA. So really liking this spot for him. I think this line is based a little bit off of what he's done this year, but I don't think you can look at that record of 4 and 11 of him hitting this. You got to look at the games where he actually was playing the minutes. And something you can do on Outliers, you can only look at games where he played between a certain amount of minutes. So when he played between 28 and 40 minutes last year, he hit this at an 88% rate. And we saw over 30 minutes and then 34 minutes in his last 2 games. So really liking this line and spot for Duren. And then I did mention the assists were way up, 6 and 5 assists in his last 2 also. So great to have those stats along with it here. And Cade Cunningham has been distributing the ball, so that should positively affect Duren as well. So I like that one for the first pick. For the second one, going to go to an under. Going to take Devin Booker on the under here at 40.5. He's coming up in a real tough matchup here against OKC, and he's not going to have a ton of help. No Durant out there, no Bradley Beal, and the Suns have looked really bad with just Booker basically trying to run the show here. They don't have a ton of offensive weapons. Nurkic hasn't been good either, and he's been kind of banged up in and out of the lineup as well. They don't have a ton of offensive weapons without those big guys. We're looking at the rookie Ryan Dunn, Grayson Allen, Tyus Jones, guys like that trying to score the ball. So I do think they're going to have a really tough time here against OKC. Obviously, they're going to be keying on Booker. He could be seeing some Jalen Williams, who's a tough defender out there. So I don't like this line for Booker. It's extremely high because he's the only guy. He's going to be getting all the opportunities here, but just hasn't been capitalizing. Now coming up in a really tough matchup here, just really not liking this spot for Booker. The under on this one for Booker, looking at it on Outlier, 10 of 12 games this year he's gone under it, and you can also look at last year, under in 63% of games, but you can see this year games without Beal and without Durant in that last one was not good, just 18, 5, and 3. And then just looking at games only without Durant, still 3 of 3 games without him. He's gone under this one this year. So I don't think it helps him as much. Defense is kind of keying on him more this year and really has been shutting him down. So at this high line, I like going the under in a tough matchup versus OKC. I think they'll be able to shut him down. So Going to be taking the under there. Then we're going to go to Goga Bitadze here, over on his points at 8.5. Coming up against Philadelphia, Joel Embiid's going to be out there. He looked extremely slow and not in great shape out there. So Goga getting the start. You're going to have Wendell Carter out in this one. Goga's playing decent minutes when these games are close as well. And he's been smashing this over on the points. He's going to be very active out there. He's an athletic, long guy that will get some hustle plays and will get some easy buckets for himself. So I like him in the spot against Philadelphia. And I just think the line is too low for what he's been doing with Wendell Carter out. So we can see here on the season, 6 of 9 games, he's gone over this mark. And in his last 6, he's had hit this one in every one. One game with 9, and then every game besides that has had 10 or more. And you can look at the minutes. I mean, they have been involved in so many blowouts that it's been all over the place. Coming up against OKC, they got blown out. Still played 26 minutes, then played 30 in a close one. Then another blowout, still played 26. Another blowout, got just 21. Another blowout again, got 20 minutes. And then last game was close, got close to 30. So this one is expected to be a close game. Orlando actually the favorites here in the game, which is kind of surprising against Philadelphia, who's expected to have Embiid, George for this game. So it should be a close one in this game. And when it's close, he plays close to 30 minutes. Last year, obviously, he didn't play consistent minutes, but looking at this one last year, and then looking at games where he got just 26 minutes, let's give him that. This was a 58% hit rate for him in 7 of 12 games. And Philadelphia has been a pretty juicy matchup so far this year. And on Outlier, obviously, you can look at games this year and then just click without Wendell Carter to get an easy look here. 6 of 6, he's gone over it. So liking the spot for Goga. I just think the line is a bit too low for him right now. So next one we're going to go to is going to be Anthony Edwards. For Anthony Edwards, we're just going to go to straight points here, 25.5 against Sacramento. The Kings are basically a dream matchup here. They don't have really an answer for anyone on defense this year. They've been getting up a ton of points. They play fast. Anthony Edwards has crushed in them in the past, and the Minnesota needs to win some games. They've been losing quite a few here, off to a really bad start. So I think they're going to be giving it their all, really going all out for this one. I think Anthony Edwards is going to take a ton of shots and score a bunch of points in this game versus Sac. His demon's not out right now, but could be a demon opportunity as well here. But at 25.5, I'm liking Anthony Edwards. Actually, over on Parlay Play, they commonly have a ton of lines out even early, so you can actually jump on a 34.5 for Anthony Edwards and get you a 4.43x. Just combining this with our Jalen Duren pick on Parlay Play, $10 would be $81 over an 8x payout for just 2 picks. One massive line for Anthony Edwards, then one for Jalen Duren. And if you guys are not playing on Parlay Play, but you're on Prizepicks Underdog, you got to get over here. Just for signing up, they give you $5. You don't even have to deposit anything. What I did with my $5, put it on a neighbors slash line and a field goal prop here. Basically a 3x. And then this past Sunday, they had a Daniel Jones free line. They have a ton of promos all the time, so you're going to want to deposit. Plus, you get that 100% deposit match. Again, almost got a 3x, so definitely check them out. They'll be linked down below as well. Now let's look at that Anthony Edwards one on just the straight points at 25.5. For him on the season, a 58% hit rate. 7 of 12 games here, so one game more than he would need to just be hitting this at a 50% hit rate. But last year, also a 57% hit rate on the season, and that includes all the games he played. There was a lot of games where he didn't play that many minutes, and we expect him to play big minutes in this one. He played 40 in their last game, 37 the 2 games before that. The only times he's played less than 37 minutes is in games where we're out of hand. Like, they lost by 10. This one they won by over 20. This one they won by 16. This one they won by 25. So every other game he's played 37 or more minutes. Looking at last year in games where he played 37 or more minutes, there was actually 45 games last year where he did this, and it was a 73% hit rate on this line at 25.5. And then you're also going to want to see the head-to-head against Sacramento last year. 3 of 4 games he smashed this with 35, which would hit that Parlay Play boosted points number. And then he got a 34, a 32, and just in 11 I don't know what happened in this game, but he only played 18 minutes. I'm guessing he got hurt and left this game. But the other 3 games he played over 39 minutes, had 32 or more points against Sacramento. So a great spot, great matchup for him. And we have absolutely been crushing in the Dynamo private Discord. You can see one of our private Discord members here hitting some big slips 2 days ago, and then yesterday hitting another one. Back-to-back days hitting 6-man slips on Prizepicks using the capper's favorite picks in the Dynamo Discord. So you're going to want to get over here. We have a bunch of cappers, including myself, posting more picks. We got an early look at the NBA in this one, but we're going to have a ton more picks in all sports. We do college football, NFL, NHL, which I've been crushing the NHL as well. 7 of my last 8 NHL picks I posted in the Discord have hit. Yesterday, another one of our cappers we had, Volo, posting just his 3 favorite NFL picks for Thursday Night Football. All 3 hit. And then he also just posted his 2 favorite NBA picks, and both of those hit as well. And you can see the day before that, another capper in here posted just his 3 favorite NBA picks, and all 3 of these absolutely smashed. So definitely check out the Dynamo private Discord. I post more picks in there, plus a bunch of other cappers just posting their favorite picks in all sports. You guys saw some of the big wins, cashing out private Discord members. And also check out Parlay Play. They have a ton of promos / lines, $5 free. Plus, you're going to get a 100% deposit match when you do deposit over there. So subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys over in the Discord.